Coming up, a SoFlo Health viewer shares a smoothie recipe and her COVID college experience. Dr. Sam teaches us some movements to keep us mobile no matter our age. If you think all of this pandemic stress is making your hair fall out, you might be right. Plus, Morgan has a lower body workout for you, and a local pharmacy shows us how they compound exactly what you need. That's all today on SoFlo Health.
Yep. Rest and recovery. That's what we're doing today. Well, at least that's what I'm calling it. Hi, I'm Hunter Frankie, and you're watching SoFlo Health. In fact, we both are. The majority of this show is exercising, eating well, and consulting experts on what you can do to stay healthy. And today's show is mostly that as well. But we're also enjoying a lazy Sunday where we get to relax and recover. In fact, during a pandemic, lazy Sundays are even healthier because you're staying home and you're staying safe. Here's some more info to keep you COVID-free. It's about time. We finally have some hopeful news regarding the COVID-19 pandemic. According to CIDRAP, the Center for Infectious Disease Research and Policy, there are currently 3 vaccine candidates in the United States that are undergoing phase 3 clinical trials. Here's what that means. According to the CDC, in phase 1, the possible vaccine is administered to a small group of typically young, healthy volunteers. Here, scientists ask questions such as, is this vaccine safe? Does it have serious side effects? Or does this vaccine even work? Phase 2 includes a larger group of volunteers with more varying traits such as age and physical condition. Here we find out how the possible vaccine affects different immune systems and what the most common side effects may be. Finally, phase 3 scales up greatly to hundreds or thousands of volunteers, and many of the same questions are asked. Is this vaccine safe? Is this vaccine effective? How do vaccinated volunteers compare to those that have not been vaccinated? After phase 3 clinical trials, it's up to the FDA to approve and license a vaccine. According to the CDC, they'll only do so if a vaccine is proven to be safe, effective, and the benefits outweigh the costs. From there, it's possible for a vaccine to enter phase 4, which continues to track the safety, side effects, and efficacy of a vaccine. So yes, finally, some hopeful news regarding the coronavirus pandemic, and it's so welcome. However, if a vaccine is available, say, tomorrow, that doesn't mean that COVID-19 just suddenly goes away. There's so much more to it than that. It's just the beginning. However, it could be a great help. In the meantime, we can continue to wash our hands for 20 seconds under running water using soap, have hand sanitizer as a backup, stay 6 feet away from others to socially distance as reasonably as possible, make sure that you stay home if you're feeling sick, and if you do need to head to the hospital and you think you have COVID-19 or tested positive, make sure that you call ahead, and of course, wear a mask when appropriate. On SoFlo Health, we'll continue to bring you the information, the workouts, and the good eats to keep you healthy. As far as more coronavirus-specific information, you can head to cdc.gov or cidrap.umn.edu. And of course, you can stay up to date with your local guidelines on miamidade.gov or broward.org. In the meantime, stay healthy. Typically, when we talk about recovery on this show, we talk about methods such as foam rolling, proper hydration, or even something like cryotherapy. Well, today, it's couchotherapy. Now, we don't want you to look like a potato while being one on the couch, so listen up. Couches are not as supportive as your bed or, say, even a chair. This one is actually fairly supportive because it's firm but still has dips, and that's not good when you're laying along here and you're locking your body into positions that are compromising. Dr. Sam once told us in the past that we can use things like blankets and pillows to support ourselves when we're working from home. So I'm going to use a pillow here with these throw pillows to support my back, and then I actually have another pillow under here that I will use to support my legs. And listen up to Dr. Sam because he has some more information to keep us safe if you're over 65 years of age or have underlying health conditions.
There seems to be a helicopter in the air that might be an emergency helicopter or something of the sort. Sam has to get going back to see his patients, so we're gonna finish this up and hopefully we can be heard just fine. How are we doing, cameraman? Can you hear us? Okay, good. So Sam, what can we do to protect our at-risk population?
Well, the biggest thing is we can tackle so many different varieties, but I wanted to break it down into 2 things, posture and movement. So the first thing you can do is, how do you sit? A lot of people sit hunched over like this.
Right.
So you really want to kind of sit, as they say, sit on your butt bones instead of your tailbone.
Right.
One way to combat that is, let's go ahead and go from a seated to a standing position.
Right.
You want to move all the way to the edge of your chair, and using your hands, push yourself up to stand up, taking the pressure off your lower back. Now, one thing else you can do, Hunter, is a breathing exercise where you want to open up the chest. A lot of times, to combat the fact that we're like this all day long, you want to put your hands in front of your belt line, and you just want to kind of open up just like so, and really open up that chest, just like Hunter's doing here, pulling those shoulder blades into his back. You're opening up the chest wall here, and you're getting more airflow into your lungs, but little by little, as we said last week, consistency is key.
Right, so it's not about necessarily getting every little thing perfect, it's working toward perfection.
Exactly. Same thing goes when people think it's all or nothing when it comes to different exercises.
Right.
I always tell them something is better than nothing.
Right.
So even if you're doing just a mini squat and back up to take the pressure off your knees and not put that undue pressure on your lower back and or knees, you're still doing something. So it's better than nothing, for especially for people you want to get movement into it. Another thing for a lot of our at-risk population, when it comes to movement, they always complain about their feet being tight. And one thing you can do, and we have these in our office at Shin Wellness, we have these massage balls.
Right.
And all you need to do is you put it under your foot. You're gonna go from your heel all the way to your forefoot. It's always to your own tolerance. If you feel like you can do it, don't overdo it the first few times that you go ahead and do this exercise.
Right.
But the more you do it, you're actually spreading out that fascia, which is combating what a lot of people deal with at-risk patients, plantar fasciitis.
The better overall health you have, the better your chances against this virus and any other thing that comes along in your life to mess up your health. So, Dr. Sam, thank you so much. I'll let you get back to your patients.
Thank you so much for having me, and guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and live a healthy and happy lifestyle.
Yes, I agree, what he said.
Stay right there when SoFlo Health returns, more Lazy Sunday, and I even bring some snacks. Plus,
The local pharmacy shows us how they compound exactly what you need.
Focusing on you. Innovations in modern medicine from your team of experts at UHealth, the University of Miami Health System.
Sandra Grant still struggles with the memory of the crippling back pain that made it almost impossible for her to get through the workday.
I just felt at any moment that HR was going to come and say, you're no longer needed.
After pain management treatments failed to help, Sandra was referred to UHealth Chief of Neurosurgery, Dr. Michael Wang, known for pioneering a minimally invasive approach to spinal surgery, now offered as an outpatient procedure.
We wanted to do an operation that would minimize the amount of time she would stay in the hospital. This particular technique requires us to use 6 different technologies, doing a lot of specialized things so that people can have a spinal surgery without having complete general anesthesia.
Dr. Wang and his team started performing awake spinal surgeries in 2013, becoming a model for surgeons around the world who want to offer the cutting-edge treatment option to their patients, too.
In Florida, we're still the only ones that are really doing this type of procedure in this way.
Thanks to this new outpatient approach, Sandra left the hospital the same day as her surgery and is now grateful to be able to resume life as she knew it.
To have that lingering pain for years, and now I don't have the pain at all, I feel like a new person.
Fortunately, places are beginning to open back up, but one of the things that you should still do during the pandemic, after the pandemic, and just for the rest of your life is wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. Simply get them wet, add some soap, turn off your water, and this is the fun part, we stay here for about 20 seconds, so make sure you get fingertips, tops of your hands, rinse them off, and keep watching SoFlo Health. Welcome back to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie. If you're just joining us, grab a blanket and relax because we're having a lazy Sunday that's healthy here on SoFlo Health. And one way to make it even healthier is to change what you snack on. Of course, fruits and veggies are the healthy, obvious choice. The other obvious choice that's not so healthy are going to be chips and other prepackaged goods. If you're going to go for prepackaged, then make sure you're reading the ingredients and you get as close to just food ingredients. So in this case, these are cassava chips, and it's pretty much just cassava, salt, and oil. That's it. No fillers or preservatives. And one other tip that we can give you is that If you're going to do fruits and veggies ahead of time, you want to be healthier, but you know that that lazy Sunday is going to be extra lazy, maybe you cut your fruit ahead of time or you prepare in little packaging so that way when you go to grab it, it's just as easy and grab and go as prepackaged goods. And to prevent your, say, apples from getting brown, just put a little bit of lemon on them. And remember, the brown's not bad, it's just maybe not as good. This might look like a local pharmacy, and that's because it is. But Marco Drugs and Compounding is more than that. They serve people all over Florida because they're so specialized. Now you might ask me, Hunter, why would I go to Marco Drugs and Compounding when I could go to my big box store that's close to my house? Well, let's talk to the owner, Sonia, and find out.
My main concern is you and the patient and how much value I can bring to you.
Right, because sometimes an insurance company will force you eventually to go to one of the bigger box stores or whoever they have a deal with.
Yeah.
But they can still come to you anytime for advice to say, hey, am I getting the right stuff? And you'll take good care of them.
Yeah, no, and only that. Sometimes you're taking a medication and that medication depletes the nutrients, a very essential nutrients. So they can come here and I can guide you on what medication or supplements you need to take to help you out to enhance your health.
Now you also have compounding. A lot of people might not know what that is. What is compounding?
Compounding is customized based on the needs of the patient. It could be flavor, it could be the medication, it could be the dose, it could be the form.
Right.
Like for example, for a baby. Sometimes the kids doesn't want to take the medication orally or an antibiotic. We can make it in a suppository. So which mom now can have the calm that they're taking care of the kid, and the kid is using the medication for the intent that they need.
Right, so make it clearer for the viewer. Can we go look at it?
Yes, absolutely.
Let's do it. Let's go. This is where the compounding takes place. And what is that?
Compounding is customized medication based on the patient's unique needs. The other day, a patient has a tonsil removed.
Okay.
So that's very, very painful.
Sure.
They asked me if we can do an anesthetic and a lollipop, and yes, I did. We did a tetracaine lollipop for the baby. As soon as he finished the surgery and wake up, he can start numbing and taking care of the pain.
Wow. The bottom line is it's being custom made. And what's being made behind us?
She's making some suppositories, like right now, ibuprofen. It's only available orally, but if the baby cannot take it orally, the challenge sometimes, Hunter, to be honest with you, is the insurance might not cover some of the ingredients, but we will really find a way to work with you or the patient or the mother to get it covered and to work. We are here to serve you. We care about you. We're gonna bring value to you, and we get to know you.
Another great way to add to the health benefits of your lazy Sunday is to pick up a book and read. While watching your favorite show, like SoFlo Health, say, is a great way to spend your lazy Sunday, sometimes it's a good idea to pause and just read. There are plenty of health benefits that are associated with reading, and according to Healthline, those include being able to empathize more effectively, building your vocabulary, and de-stressing. And in today's digital age, we are surrounded by stimuli with other people's thoughts and opinions and things to watch and things to do. It's nice to just pick up a book, read, and relax. Morgan, we're still in Treetops Park.
That we are.
You're still Morgan Shapiro. I'm still Hunter Frankie, and we're still gonna give you a lower body workout that you need. You can do at home, you can do it in the gym, wherever you want. So Morgan, let's get it.
So it is leg day, absolutely. We're moving through 4 moves, but the kicker is we are playing with isometrics, which basically means we're gonna hold a pause at the end of every movement.
Okay.
We're gonna squat down, hold for 3 seconds. Go down, 3, 2, 1, and up. So this is the thing, a lot of people may not have access to equipment right now, or maybe you just feel like going out to the park, but you wanna make your workout a little bit harder. This is an easy way to do it. Good, how did that feel?
Good.
A little burn. Okay, so now we are going to a single leg deadlift with a hold.
Okay.
So go down, 3, 2, 1, up again. Think about using your hamstrings, using your glutes, bracing your core, and up, shake it out, switching sides.
It's already shaking.
Yeah. Very good, shake it out. So now, we're gonna do a reverse lunge.
Okay.
We're gonna alternate sides, but you're gonna hold at the bottom of the movement. 3, 2, 1, together, switching sides. 3, 2, 1, together. Very good. Up, how you feel?
Feel pretty, I know you can't see my face, but my eyebrows are telling a story right now.
Your eyes say it all. I mean, I'm feeling that one. My quads are definitely burning. It's a lot more challenging single leg. So we're gonna be laying on our backs now.
Yeah.
So your feet are gonna be fairly close to your glutes, shoulder width apart. Your elbows are gonna be in the mat to where your hands are facing up.
Okay.
You're gonna bridge up, and we're holding 3, 2, 1, and down. Again, when you come up, I want you to be mindful to squeeze the glutes, but don't arch the back. Finding that in between. Last one, 3, 2, 1, and down. Very good.
Ugh.
How you feeling, Hunter?
Feeling pretty good. We're getting some weird looks from people running by, but we're also getting the gains thanks to Morgan.
Absolutely, thank you. Good job.
Coming up, a SoFlo Health viewer shares her pandemic college experience and a smoothie recipe. Plus, is COVID-19 stress making your hair fall out? We'll consult an expert after the break. Hey there, I'm Hunter Frankie. Welcome back to SoFlo Health. We're enjoying a lazy Sunday today. Days off are a great time to focus on your health and recharge. It's even more effective if you remind yourself to make sure you drink enough water, eat well, and move a little bit throughout the day. It's not just how you treat your body today, although that does help you feel good today, it's even more important for the week ahead.
If you're stressing out about the coronavirus pandemic, don't pull your hair out just yet, but if you do, we have somebody that can help. Dr. Bauman, hair loss and stress. Let's talk about it.
Hair follicles are normally cycling on and off. You're going to get a natural shed every day, typically from a full head of hair. But if you undergo a stressful situation, emotionally or psychologically, or prolonged stress, more of those follicles are going to turn off and you're going to see more hair in the drain, in your brush, and on your comb.
What can people do about their hair loss, whether it's stress-related or it's more severe than that?
Right. So most of what we treat, generally, what I've seen over the past 20 years, is hereditary hair loss. So that comes from the mom's side or the dad's side, male pattern, female pattern hair loss. And the good news is that we have a lot of treatments for that. We can stimulate the follicles through pharmaceutical interventions like a topical medication. Right. We can use low-level laser light therapy also to impart energy to the follicles. We can use nutritional supplementation. The idea is to try to protect the function of the follicle.
Right.
But if the follicle's dead and gone, you know what we need to do?
What's that?
Transplants. This robot right here is the most sophisticated semi-autonomous surgical instrument on the planet.
Wow.
And it helps us move a lot of hair in a minimally invasive way for our patients to restore living and growing hair to those thinning and balding areas.
Wow. Could you bust a few myths for us?
The number one myth that I hear in the clinic is it my mother's father? Is that going to determine my balding pattern? And today we know, I mean, obviously you get DNA from both sides of the family, and there are hundreds of different, let's call them just genes or snippets that come from both sides of the family. So guess what? It can come from both sides. So there's enough blame to go around, if you will, to mom's side and dad's side genetically.
What about wearing hats all the time?
A hat is going to give you hat head. It's not going to cause hair loss.
And what about those super tight ponytails?
Anything that puts a lot of tension or traction on the follicle over time can cause traction alopecia.
Right.
So that's more common in this part of the world, in certain ethnic groups that wear tight braids, and also who wear hair, like weaves and wigs and things that are attached to the hair and not necessarily just the scalp.
Right, so there's some truth to that.
Yes, traction alopecia is a well-known condition.
Well, Dr. Bauman, thank you so much for your time and for clearing up some hair myths for us.
Thank you so much for having me, Hunter.
Like I said earlier, it's a good idea, even on a lazy Sunday, to get up and get moving. Just 15 minutes will do the trick, hence why I'm on a little walk. By the way, if you're feeling stressed out, depressed, anxious, or just plain tired, you may need to take a day. According to ustravel.org, last year, over half of Americans left vacation time on the table. If you're one of those people and you feel like you need a day, take one for your mental health. Today we have a very interesting story. We are joined by Jessica Goldberg, who is standing right next to me, and she is actually one of you, a viewer that contacted us and said, hey, I've got a story to tell. I've had an experience throughout this pandemic, and I've got some good health information to share, so we're here to help share her story. So Jessica, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I recently graduated from the University of Florida with a master's in nutrition, and right now I'm studying to become a registered dietitian. And it's kind of all been happening during the pandemic.
Right, yeah, it's been a strange road for you thus far.
Yes.
Well, today, what are you going to be showing us?
So today I'm making one of my favorite smoothie recipes. It is a spinach, vanilla, peanut butter smoothie. What's so great about it is that you don't even taste the spinach in it. So first time I tried it, I was like, wait, where'd the spinach go? A milk of your choice, half a banana. Almond butter is just a personal preference for me if you want to use peanut butter. Here's some Greek yogurt just for some extra protein. I like to put a scoop of protein powder, but the secret ingredient I like to add are chia seeds.
And talk to me about some of the health benefits we have in here before we blend it up.
All right, so you're getting the iron and vitamin A, vitamin K from the spinach. Also, from the yogurt, you're getting some probiotics, which are healthy for your gut. Banana, that's not only for flavoring and add some sweetness, but also you're getting that potassium, which is super important. The nut butter, you're getting fat. This is a great way to get some extra vitamins and minerals into your diet, and it keeps you full for a good amount of time.
I'm gonna give it a taste. Wow, you know what's funny? As green as that looks, doesn't taste anything like spinach at all. It's absolutely delicious. Jessica, thank you so much for sharing that with us and for reaching out to SoFlo Health. So tell us, how did you find us?
I was just watching TV one day and SoFlo Health came on, and whenever I see anything health, that catches my attention, of course. So I tuned in, and I think you have a great show, so I wanted to reach out and,
Thanks a lot.
connect.
Well, we think that you're great, and we're excited for you to become a registered dietitian. That's what you're working toward right now, correct?
Yes, I'm very excited as well.
Great. Well, Jessica, thank you so much for having us at your home in your backyard here and making a delicious smoothie. In fact, I'm gonna get another sip of this, and you can keep watching SoFlo Health.
Have you been struggling with erectile dysfunction? Well, I have great news. North Beach Medical Clinic has a new treatment for ED that does not require medication, injections, or surgery. Andrew, what can you tell us about this new therapy?
This new treatment is called acoustic wave therapy. It's clinically shown to open up and regrow blood vessels, which means we're finally treating the root cause problem of ED, that lack of blood flow, instead of just medicating the symptoms.
It sounds like a game changer, and I know you have a special offer for our viewers if they call now.
We do. If you're struggling with ED and sick of the pills, call North Beach Medical Clinic right now. Those that do will be given the initial medical assessment, exam, even the blood flow ultrasound, totally free. Also, come in and take our treatments and we'll give you a special gift that produces instant results in the bedroom.
Put a stop to your erectile dysfunction. Call North Beach Medical Clinic right now to claim that offer.
Put a stop to your ED. Call North Beach Medical Clinic right now to claim this offer. 305-566-1000. 305-566-1000.
What a great lazy Sunday. Welcome back to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie, and we've had a very lazy Sunday. And the last health tip that I can give you, besides eating the good food and making sure that your posture is nice here on the couch, is to get some sleep. Although binge sleeping on the weekend will not fix your week full of sleep deprivation, a nap here or there actually can be helpful. And sleep is extremely important for you. All of the movement that you get in, the good food that you eat, the hydration, it's all put to use when you go to sleep. That is the best recovery that you can give your body. And that's all for this week's episode of SoFlo Health. Thank you so much for watching. You can watch previous episodes of SoFlo Health on SoFloHealth.com. You can also follow us using @SoFlo Health to share with us what you're doing to stay healthy. And until next week, it's goodbye and good health.
Next week on SoFlo Health, we visit a therapeutic center for U.S. military veterans that have returned home. And this local teenager created a package to keep you clean and germ-free on the go. We'll see you then.